Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome, man. Welcome to Beyond Classic Rock. And today I am featuring a full album reaction of Motley Crew, man. Motley Crew, Shout at the Devil. And I want to first give a shout out and a thanks very much to John Lewis. John, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you sending me this recommendation and also providing the link. Interesting thing with John and I, he said, hey, man, I've never seen you do a reaction to any Motley Crew. They were very popular back in the 80s. And so he was one of those guys where I had to actually send him a link to my Alice in Chains reaction. What happened a couple of months ago is I was looking at perhaps launching my new channel very soon, and I saw an opportunity with Alice in Chains to actually give you an example of what would happen if I strayed outside the quote-unquote classic rock lines. Some people have a definition in their minds of classic rock, and sometimes it's based on a timeline, sometimes it's based on a genre-specific sound, or whatever the case may be. And so a lot of my subscribers and patrons are older, and they're really, really rigid and stuck in their ways. So they are the predominant force in my whole subscriber base. And so a lot of them become very, very vocal about what they deem as being classic rock or not. So what I did was I did the Alice in Chains reaction. I got all kinds of rebuff about it. And so I link people to that particular reaction whenever so that they can see the comments and that sort of thing, and so that they have an idea in their minds that, okay, yeah, I can understand why. So with Motley Crue, it's one of those right on the border of, is it classic rock or not? They might fit within the timeline structure, but do they fit within the genre specific or what have you? So I can see them being very highly contested, and I wanted to avoid that. So I sent David that link, and he's like, okay, I got you. So definitely it's now more appropriate for your other platform. Same with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It was very highly contested about what's classic rock and what isn't. So thankfully now we've got this platform to go with. Just wanted to explain all of that to you before I get going with this, man. Some will definitely see Motley Crue as classic rock and others won't. But on this platform, you don't have to worry about such debates. So this is side one of Motley Crue. What I'll do side one. I got a break, go to work, and hopefully come back early enough to knock off side two in the review. But failing that, it'll be first thing in the morning. That's how I do with full album reactions, man. So I know one or two songs from Motley Crue, but I don't know of the whole contents of the album. So this will be really interesting. Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil, side one. Let's get it. Oh, there we go. I thought my volume was down. I just had a visual of the Undertaker walking in.
Dusts of hell lurk the blackest of hates, for he whom you fear awaits you. Now, many, many lifetimes later, lay destroyed, beaten down, only the corpses of rebels, ashes of dreams and blood-stained streets. It has been written that those who have the youth have the future. So come now, children of the beast, be strong and shout at the devil.
Thinking about some biblical passages with them. Children of Israel. Represents anything that hinders your growth, hinders your progress. It could be a person, it could be government, it could be anything that hinders. I think that's what the devil means. Gents out there has had a girlfriend like this. We've all had one. Number 13. had a girlfriend who had this tune on one of her not 8-track tapes, one of her cassette tapes. Every time we got into the car, man, this tape went in. Don't like this guy. Yeah. This is an angry song. They're paying somebody back for something, damn. Okay, man. So that is side one of Shout at the Devil, Motley Crew. I remember my girlfriend Dorinda, she was saying that whenever she went to, it was an interesting relationship, me and her, you know, because we were two completely different types of people, different song base, different friends, different this and this, but we still found something in common, something attractively binding. We would get together, you know, I'd have my music, she'd have her music. We'd get into our respective cars, you know, if I had my kind of music in the cassette, she'd pop that out and plug in hers, you know, and so it was really interesting. And so she would have her friends and her parties and whatnot. Sometimes I'm present, sometimes I'm not. But she would say, yeah, you know, I would go to parties. And a lot of the parties that I attended at the time, I remember this particular album playing. The whole album was very, very good for, believe it or not, kind of like a party atmosphere. And so I see what she's saying. I understand the vibe of the album. Well, anyway, the first side is it would be very accommodating for kind of like a party atmosphere. And given the fact that Motley Crue was very popular at the time, especially with Looks to Kill, you know, I can totally understand the whole party atmosphere, party vibe of what she was going through back in the day. You know, on my side, it was, you know, a lot of Prince and a lot of Michael Jackson, that sort of thing back then. But yeah, I totally understand what she's talking about in regards to the party vibe. Motley Crue themselves, you know, some people might like them, some people might not. That's what I've heard about them. But I personally like them. I like their sound. I think that they're excellent musicians, and they sound very, very good with what they're doing. You know, even though that they have a heavy metal stamp, it seems that they have this kind of more of an upbeat feel to them. It isn't that dark and menacing. I know that they're using the dark, menacing, you know, shout at the devil, God bless the children of the beast, that sort of element. And I think that it's just platforming. You know, when you are a band, you're platforming. It's funny, I remember one thing about them. I can't remember which one of these members said it, but they said that they know that if they compliment a previous band that had success, like one of the success principles is if you want a certain result, you follow someone before you who had done it, and you mimic their actions, and then you will then achieve a certain measure of that success. And so I believe it was one of them who said that they really liked the path that Kiss had established. And so, not that they were going to do every single thing like that, but that they were going to follow a succession, and that they know they might not be as big or whatever it is, but they know that if they follow this, that they might actually achieve a certain measure of that success. And I think that they definitely have achieved a great measure of success. But yeah, you know, their signature sound is really good. They're good musicians. Their sound is very, very good and attractive. And it's attractive to both types, you know. When you go to parties or whatever it is, you see just as many guys liking it as the women like it, and that sort of thing. So they have a great crossing over appeal where it comes to the sexes, and just as many women like Motley Crue as the men did back in the day. And that's a really, really big distinction for a lot of bands, especially a lot of metal bands. So hey, you know, they've got something attractive going on, and they obviously had a lot of appeal because they were really popular back in the day. And they're considered hair bands, but I think they've got a little bit more longevity. I don't know if they're still active. I know that one of them is very sick, and they've had relationship issues. I know that too, but I think once in a while they kind of get back together and they do their jam, and then they go their separate ways for a few years. So I don't know what the status of their relationship is, or if they're even capable physically to get together and jam. I can't remember which one of them is sick with something. But overall, I like these guys. I've always liked them. I didn't know much about them. I know Looks to Kill, and I know Too Young to Fall in Love. And I'm sure that I'm going to come up on another tune of theirs that I recognize, I'm sure. They have a familiar sound to their music, and I think it's because of exposure from my girlfriend at the time, being a fan of theirs. But we'll see what happens, man, in side 2. But so far, side 1, like very much. Excellent sound. And I think that... yeah, they basically had their celebrity established even before Tommy Lee got together with Pamela and that sort of thing. I think that's another chapter. But yeah, overall, they're an excellent band, and I like them very much, man. So, looking forward to side 2. I'm going to cut this off. This is the end of side 1. Bounce to work, come back, do side 2 in the review. So, I'll see you then. Peace.